All right, that was Michael Jackson. Remember the time. I was performing in St. Louis this weekend. I had two shows on a Sunday. A young man came to the show. His name was Wesley Bell. Now, Wesley Bell was a city councilman from Ferguson. He was running to be the district attorney of the St. Louis area. The former district attorney, the one that he unseated, was a cat named Robert McCullough. And if you remember, Robert McCullough famously declined to prosecute Darren Wilson for killing Mike Brown. And a lot of people thought that Mr. McCullough should have recused himself from that trial because his father, he'd had some run-ins early, and he had a certain way of dealing with the police, and they thought it was incestuous, and they didn't even the question that they asked Darren Wilson led everybody to believe that they didn't want to charge him. Wesley Bell decided, and along with a lot of people in that area, decided that they needed to change. They decided that they needed to bring somebody that would be sensitive to the people. That even the Justice Department, when it reviewed Ferguson and all the things that went on there and the inequities that existed, talked about how the judicial system in that area preyed on the poor and levied fines against them. If they couldn't pay, they went to jail. It was a case. It was modern day racism. It was an equivalent of modern day Jim Crow. So Wesley Bell saw this and ran on a reform ticket. And guess what? He won. He said he would win. I talked to him on Sunday. I even promised to interview him. Turns out he didn't need to do that at all. He won. He ran, and so he won the Democratic primary against Robert McCullough. And he's going to run unopposed against Republican competition. So he is, in fact, the district attorney of that area. See what happens when you let your anger fuel you. See what happens when you make it creative instead of destructive. See what happens. Now we know a couple of things. That they now understand that we won't just go to these streets, we'll go to the polls too. I am so proud to admit him. I hope he does everything that he says he was going to do. Wesley Bell, well done, young man. That's how it's done. And all these young men and women running for positions across the country because they don't like the way things are going, this is how it's done. Bravo, Wesley Bell. That's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up. Right now, here's Kenny Lattimore on the D.L. Hughley Show.